So we are at DreamCon for the third and last day, and we're about to go to a Boondocks panel where they'll be talking about Boondocks and stuff like that. It's not going to be a long day. It's probably going to be more of a super short day, but I still want to get recorded. And because I'm not wearing the super complex today, I'm wearing my Pokemon outfit, which means I can wear a book bag, which means today I got my gimbal, so hopefully no shaky behavior. Hopefully we go straight for it. We're still going to take some pictures. There's not a lot of people dressed up today because it's the last day. Usually people just kind of want to enjoy it and be in the moment. And that's what we're going to be. We're going to enjoy it and be in the moment. Let's get to it.
And then both of you guys voice some characters. I'm really interested in like how you come up or what the process is for coming up with the voices for your characters.
Mine was, well, first of all, I was a fan of the Boondocks before the TV show. I read all of the comics in the newspaper. I had all of the books. My agent called and said, hey, they're creating there's this cartoon called the Boondocks. I was like, I know it 100%. I auditioned for every male character, for the boys, for Granddad, and then there was a new character, Ruckus. And they showed me a drawing of him and told me what he was like. And I'm from the South, deep South, Fayetteville, Georgia. And my dad used to... That ain't probably. I'm the only nigga ever made it out. My dad used to have these dudes who would come over like every Sunday and hang out with him. These other black men who just hated black men for some other reason. Just hated them and would always just tell us how good the white man was and what he would do to become friends with him. And like, what? Why, Daddy? Why? So when they showed me that and they told me who he was, I just stole a lot of that feeling from those dudes who used to hang. You know, I saw his big lady, love their body, looked like their boobs, slow head boys, don't ask that. So I just stole those. And once I did that voice in the audition, that's when Aaron looked up. Like a gopher out of a hole, like, oh, what the hell's going on? So that was one of the only times I left an audition going, I probably got that.
Glad you did.
Yeah, so actually, Ludacris is partially responsible. He gets his role because he was the person that we had in mind, and he backed out at the last second. So a lot of times with the Boondocks, what we would do when we're doing the storyboards or the animatics, we would temp the dialogue, right? So I would temp the majority of the scripts. And so I was doing Ludacris. That's why, what's up, bitch ass, old ass nigga? You got some words about all this stuff ever since? It was always me, like, projecting, trying to do Luda. So when Luda backed out, they was just like, everybody was like, yo, I mean, you did a good job with it, so you might as well just play Magnificent. So that's how I got it.
I actually think the Booty Warrior is your best.
It's more important than war.
My booty is mine, it belongs to me. You cannot take mine.
Come out and play.
Leave me alone.
There's the easy way or the hard way.
All right, so we just came from the Boondocks event. That was pretty fun. I think I'm going to go to the cartoon trivia next, but I am going to try to buy something from DreamCon like I kind of do every year. And we're kind of in that place right now. We're in the location where you can kind of buy things from DreamCon. So What's going on, people? So I've been walking around, and I think these are going to be my next purchase. I kind of like this stuff, man. This shit look dope. That is my second item. Y'all can't tell me that's not hard, man. That is very hard. The card y'all just saw came from right here, man. Look, man, I normally don't promote people, but that card was hard. I didn't even have that in mind. I didn't know what he was gonna do. He completely killed that shit, man. So y'all check out that QR code, man.
What is the full name of Matt's imaginary friend in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Full name. Full name. He got the last name. I said I won't give it to you. Should we let her have it? Let her have it. Do you know the full name? No. Spider-Man? What is it? Goddamn. Correct! I'm gonna let you have it too. He redeemed himself. Give it up for Spidey. Okay, so. Alright, if we do, the neighbors get 3 things. So, okay, so this is how we gonna do it. We are now on the.
All right, so we have made it home. We are done with DreamCon. This trip is almost over. But I am going to get the final thoughts of everybody who went to DreamCon. Some people enjoyed it. Some people swear they're never going back again a day in their life. We are going to hear it right here live. Hopefully nobody lied. We're going to start with Tristan. Tristan, how did you feel about DreamCon, sir?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Yeah, it was dope, but at the same time, there's a very clear divide between the fact that it's definitely more of like a social media based event. You know, it's a lot of streamers, a lot of people trying to get in front of the camera and shit. But the anime aspect seems like an afterthought. Ain't nobody in there know about all that anime. They may act like it, but it's just to draw some more attention. Because if the anime people wasn't there, who's gonna come? What, you're just gonna stand there and stare at each other? Yeah, bro, I seen you on camera. Yeah, I see you on camera. End the conversation. What else?
True. True. All right, Lamar, how did you feel about DreamCon?
It was smooth. I give it a 7 out of 10. Like, cause you can always make your own fun and, you know, find people you want to hang out with. But yeah, it's definitely more of a streamer thing. And if you want like pure anime and comic book stuff, I don't think DreamCon is for you.
Okay. Aaron, how do you feel about DreamCon?
9 out of 10.
Now, why it seemed like everybody else was kind of like mid and you like it was fun. What's the different experience you had in DreamCon that differed from everybody else?
I was with a girl. I was with a girl who I didn't know, who brought me on a fun, epic adventure, who I'm always going to remember. Trust me, I'm going to. So I wish I could go back.
Okay. Well, you can go back, but I understand. Alexandra, how did you feel about DreamCon?
Louder?
Yes.
Probably like a 7.5. I had fun. It was definitely a vibe, but it was a lot of cameras, a lot of people doing extra shit just to be in front of the cameras. And when I say that reservations don't matter, it was disorganized. There was no type of lines or anything. You'd be in line for something, and they'd say the line is on the other side of the damn building. Like, why? And I feel like they should have spaced a lot of events out a little bit more too.
Are you saying they had too many events?
No, I feel like we had events that started at the same time something ended. There's no time to clear the room. There's no time for. Then they didn't even know where the freaking line started. They told us something. Nobody told us anything. Even though we saw 15 people. It was just. Other than that, I actually had fun.
Okay.
A lot of bad bitches.
That is absolutely true. All right. Aaron, how did you feel about DreamCon?
Basically everything that she said. Basically everything that she said, they said.
That's not an answer. We need your words. You're on camera. They already had their camera time. This is yours.
It was just it was scam con, bro. Like you get told like, hey, you need to RSVP for these events. You get to the event, but they let everybody in, and only what the premium badges where people who can like get that priority, but there's no point of RSVPing at that point. Then they partner events. That's a whole nother thing of prepaying to buy a ticket to get inside the club, and then the club getting the full capacity by the time you get there.
So for those who don't know, we attempted to go to a club that was part of a DreamCon partner event. And when we got there, not only were they full to capacity, but they didn't even have a setup for people who had already pre-purchased ticket versus those who were trying to buy on the spot. It was not a good experience at all. As a matter of fact, because we never did get in, it was a waste of money for us. Go back. You can keep going. I just wanted to explain what that was.
No, for sure. So other than that, bro, it was. I mean, I still feel like it's a good community where if you're not used to like cosplaying or talking to anime with random people, then this place will give you a safe space. I mean, people there are cool. They're not really trying to start nothing. They'll, say thank you, come compliment you. Just giving out good vibes. The vibes is still there. But in terms of organization, planning, taking accountability, it's just lost. Nobody knows what they're doing. It's a scam at that point. In terms of numbers, I give it a 5 out of 10 only because of the comfortability of the people. Anything else that they may contribute to is a 0 out of 10. So if I had to judge,
Yeah, the people was great. We love the people.
that's what I said.
In the middle of editing, I kind of wanted to step back and kind of retake what I said about DreamCon. Let's talk about it. All right, so I kind of had a couple days to kind of settle down over DreamCon, and not like my opinion has changed, but I wanted to retake it because I can see that there's some agreements with some of the issues we have with DreamCon. I don't think DreamCon is necessarily a bad event. That's not what I'm trying to tackle here. I think it's changing for not people who are into anime and gaming. I think anime and gaming is taking a backseat to streamers. And if that's what you want, I guess DreamCon would be perfect for you. As you see in the video, Aaron loved it. It was a great event for him. But if you were like looking for more cosplay, anime, everything, I don't think DreamCon is going to be the future event for you. As you can see, you can just check out social media. There's a lot of people there who had no interest in actually anime. There were some people doing interviews where in the middle of their interview, they just asked the person, oh, turn around. Like, they were just interested in the girl and her body. They had no care for anime. There's social media events of people asking anime questions to people who were dressed up and could not answer the question about the character they were dressed up as because they were streamers. There's been more cameras at DreamCon than I ever seen in my life. And maybe it's good for social coverage, but there was a lot of people streaming. They wasn't making YouTube videos. They were mostly streaming. There was an event upstairs where people got knocked down because people are running through the things. And that would be different if it was like, there was one event where they were like doing Naruto runs, and I had it on my phone. It wasn't like a super good copy, but they were doing Naruto runs. It seemed super fun, but it was, people were blocked off. Nobody was allowed to go in the center. It was way more controlled. It wasn't controlled by the event. It was just people being there, wanting to be there, and did something special. That wasn't the event thing. That was just regular, everyday people just wanting to do that. Versus what streamers do, it's always for the clicks, it's always for the views. It's never for making sure people are safe, making sure things are good for both ends of the people. It's always just making sure that, hey, we want to do this for the clicks, the views. That's what get us paid. That's what people like to see, and I understand it. That's what they do. That's what their profession is. But I think that's what DreamCon is becoming. It's becoming more of an event for those type of people and less of an event for the nerds, the geeks, the people who really enjoy going all out in their costumes and stuff like that. So sad to see that, but maybe it's great for some people bad for me. I won't be going back until maybe I see something that's different. For surely not even planning to go next year. Technically, the venue space was way different last year. Even though where we were at was technically bigger, because they occupied more of a different building, there was a lot of smaller rooms to deal with more of the smaller events. They had more meet and greets and stuff like that. Where this year, it really wasn't there for me, and I can only speak for me because that's all I'm here talking to. I'm here by myself, back in my basement and recording. So, with that being said, overall, DreamCon was probably a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it for the most part. Just those couple caveats and looking at the future of DreamCon, that was it. But if you enjoyed my coverage of DreamCon, please go watch my other 2 videos, watch my shorts and everything, support the channel. I appreciate it. We are going to get back to my running journey in Detroit because I only have a little bit of time to go before I can start having to actually look for 5K runs. If you know what I'm talking about, that means you've been supporting the channel. If not, you're more than welcome to go check out them videos. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.